South Korea and Japan agreeing to expand cooperation on LNG and crude oil supplies, including on stockpiling arrangements, as the Middle East crisis drives up concerns over disruption. CNA's senior correspondent Lim Yun Suk tells us more.
South Korean President Myung and Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi held a fourth meeting in nearly 7 months on Tuesday, in what both sides are presenting as a clear sign of closer ties between two countries with a long and difficult history. The summit was held in the South Korean city of Andong, Mr. Lee's birthplace, located about 190 kilometers southeast of Seoul and known for its traditional heritage. The meeting came just 4 months after President Lee visited the Japanese leader's hometown of Nara. It is the first time sitting leaders of South Korea and Japan have visited each other's hometowns, something both sides say reflects growing trust and what they call shuttle diplomacy, regular back-and-forth meetings between leaders. Ahead of the talks, Prime Minister Takaichi said the world is going through what she called a very difficult period, pointing to tensions in the Middle East and wider instability in global politics. She stressed the importance of close cooperation between Seoul and Tokyo during uncertain times.
現下の厳しい国際環境を踏まえ、大統領と私は日韓、日韓米の安全保障協力を含む戦略的な連携の重要性について一致し、これまでも具体的な協力が進んでいることを歓迎します。
Much of the discussion focused on practical issues such as supply chains and energy security, areas both countries say are increasingly important as global risks grow. The two sides agreed to strengthen cooperation on LNG, gas and oil supplies and to share more information on energy reserves and supply chain disruptions. They also talked about working more closely with other Asian countries facing similar pressures.
다카이치 총리께서는 한일 양국이 긴밀히 공조하여 공급망 위기를 겪는 여타 아시아 국가들과의 자원 공급망 협력도 심화해 나갈 것을 제안해 주셨습니다. 저는 공감을 표하고 또 적극 동참하겠다는 뜻을 밝혔습니다. 아울러 우리 양국은 핵심 에너지원인 LNG 및 원유 분야의 협력도 한층 강화하기로 하였습니다.
The meeting comes as both countries' key U.S. allies face growing challenges from global economic uncertainty and regional security risks. Despite a long history of tension going back to Japan's colonial rule of the Korean Peninsula, relations in recent years have stabilized, with both governments focusing on cooperation rather than conflict. The two leaders also discussed cooperation in new areas like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and fighting cross-border scam crimes. And in a more sensitive development, officials said DNA testing will soon begin on remains recovered from a former coal mine in Japan, a small but significant step on historical issues focused on humanitarian cooperation. Overall, both leaders kept the tone warm and forward-looking, presenting the relationship as increasingly practical and focused on future cooperation rather than past disputes. Lim Yun Suk, CNA, Andong, South Korea.